Day for basketball in the land of enchantment. Three of our college teams are just one game away from conference tournaments, and our wannabe sportsman, Matt, has more. What do you have for us, Matt?
Hey, there we are. I'm no Van Tate. Watch yourself, Ms. Alvarez, but I do have the lowdown on all the hoops and the hardwood action. So let's go ladies first, shall we? The Lady Lobos took it to the home team yesterday, beating UNLV 72-59. So today at 1 this afternoon, they're taking on San Diego State. Unfortunately, this is going to be no walk in the park. The Aztecs topped the Lobos by 20 points in both games this season. Ouch. All right, now to the men we go. Just by chance, they're also taking on the Aztecs, and it's bound to be a barn burner, let me tell you.
It's two outstanding defensive teams that make it hard on you to score, so we know points are going to be at a premium.
Yes, they are. We're just hoping the Lobos get more of those precious points than San Diego State does. Now, get this, the Lobos lost to Southern California once this year, only scoring 34 points. However, they did top San Diego State at home later in the year. Tip-off is at 7 tonight. You can check out that game on the CBS Sports Network. If the Lobos win, they'll play in the Mountain West Finals on Sunday afternoon. And also, congrats go out to the New Mexico State Aggies. They're doing well, too. They beat Idaho yesterday. They take on Texas State tonight. Of course, Van Tate live with all the guys and gals in Vegas. We'll have highlights for you later today here on KRQE. Elizabeth?
All right, nice job, Matt. Thank you for that. In other news this morning, pregnant New Mexico high school students may be entitled to excused absences. A bill approved by state lawmakers would allow teen parents to miss up to 10 days for their birth of their babies. The bill would also allow teens to take up to 4 days off per semester for childcare. No word on whether the governor plans to sign this bill. It is in the hands of an independent hearing officer. Will a former high school teacher accused of having an inappropriate relationship with a student be keeping his teaching license? David Lawrence was fired from Goddard High School in Roswell after being accused of criminal sexual contact with a 17-year-old student. Now, he was found not guilty, but the public education department still wants Lawrence's teaching license to be revoked. At a hearing license this week, Lawrence made his appeal as to why he should be able to continue teaching.
It does not look like New Mexico will make it against the law to text and drive anytime soon. For the 4th year in a row now, a texting and driving ban has been shot down at the Roundhouse. The governor, a lot of Democrats and Republicans all want some kind of law against this, but this time around it's Senate Majority Leader Michael Sanchez who supposedly has some issues.
I think the concern is that it's the type of bill that he worries would lead down the road to some type of felony penalty, and that causes him concern.
Police, including APD officers, say it would make it easier to enforce the city's texting and driving rules if the state made it illegal everywhere. State legislators don't want you to see their emails. In fact, they've approved a resolution to try to block their emails from public records requests. In the Senate, only one person, Democrat Pete Campos, voted against it. Other legislators say it protects the people they serve, but the Attorney General's office says it's unlikely to hold up in court if it goes there.
The default position is to just make sure that we're not just carte blanche sending everything out there and then realizing that we have compromised constituent communications or some of our personal information.
The work that they do, whether it's on their private email or through some email system that's owned by the state, if it's the public business, it still is subject to the Inspection of Public Records Act.
All right, this whole thing is a legislative rule. It is not a law. That means the governor does not need to sign off on it. Well, this morning we can tell you where some of the money is going and where in a bill that's on its way to the governor's desk that pays for projects all around New Mexico. This is the capital outlay bill. About $125 million of it is for projects including upgrading the state's prisons, constructing new buildings, and fixing up other ones at universities. A spaceport access road. $100 million is for what a lot of people call pork projects that the legislators picked out, including $200 grand for a Jaguar exhibit at the Albuquerque Biopark, $500,000 for new Albuquerque police cruisers, and $300 grand to patch up the rail yards. Governor Susana Martinez has about 3 weeks to cut out specific projects in here that she does not like.
And a bill that would prepare a report on all tax breaks and incentives that the state offers is on its way to Governor Susana Martinez's desk. The bill won final approval in the legislature yesterday when it passed the House on a 58-10 vote. Supporters say the report will help lawmakers assess the effectiveness of more than 400 tax provisions. Those are tax provisions that reduce revenue by an estimated $1 billion. A big victory for women in New Mexico fighting for equal pay. Governor Martinez signed the Fair Pay for Women Act into law. Now, this will allow women who may face wage discrimination to take employers to court seeking damages. The law also keeps employers from retaliating. U.S. Interior Secretary Ken Salazar was in New Mexico marking a historic agreement with the Sandia Pueblo. Salazar helped sign a new pack of regulations that allow Sandia to have more authority over leasing Pueblo land for building homes and commercial development. Sandia is the second reservation in the country to sign such an agreement. This means the group will no longer have to seek approval from the Bureau of Indian Affairs for any future development. In Santa Fe, Secretary Salazar also finalized a water rights settlement. It's one of 4 agreements that were signed, by the way, by President Obama that will help deliver clean drinking water to tribes in New Mexico, Arizona, and Montana.
Well, new trouble now for a horse slaughterhouse that is slated to open soon here in New Mexico. The New York Times is reporting that federal inspectors and state regulators are questioning how Valley Meat in Roswell disposes of animal remains. The Valley Meat plant used to process cattle. Back in 2010, an agriculture inspector claimed there were 15-foot-high piles of animal remains on the back of the property at that plant. Valley Meat's attorney says a lot of these complaints are just not true. They're false. Either way, they'll likely play a key role in the agriculture department's decision on whether to allow Valley Meat to slaughter horses. It would then send the meat overseas because it's not allowed to be for sale here in the States.